Hey guys, Ruben from Castillo Tech. Today I'm taking apart an iPod 4G, iPod Touch 4G. The camera is damaged, as you can see there. Going to be replacing this today. Alright, first thing you want to do is heat up the glass, the digitizer, to get the glue separated from the plastic board on there. I like using a metal tool like this, really thin. You get it at a hobby shop. You want to stick it in between the digitizer and the black part, not the silver part, the black part. Go under there. Start separating the glue from the board. Go nice and slow. You don't want to break something under it. Oh, scratched it a little bit there, that's okay. Make sure you get the bottom. What I'm doing is going up to the screen there. You don't want to go past that because you can damage the LCD in there. On the bottom, you're going this way. On the sides, it's actually just, you just need to go in that much. Slide it up. All the way around until you reach the middle, right about where the camera is. To the other side. Again, we're only going just enough to get the side out, the glue off the sides. Run it all the way to the top. Up here is where you have to be careful because there is a flex cable under this piece here. You want to make sure you don't tear that cable. So once you're in, kind of do the same thing you did at the bottom. Okay, once that's done, you pretty much separated the glue from the top and all the glue from the bottom. You're going to go ahead and go to the bottom again. Gently pry it up. See it coming up. And there's also flex cables at the top, so you don't want to just rip it off. See, that one already came off, so that's good. But the one for the, see that one right there? That's the one that you got to be careful with when you're taking the glue off. It's kind of stuck to the digitizer, we'll have to take it off manually. But this black one here is the digitizer cable. You don't want to tear that one either. So I'm just going to go on my tool again and gently pry this one off, or peel it off because it's stuck to the top. And there you go. That's the one you don't want to tear. So once that's done, put it down. Screwdriver. Start taking off the screws. There's one on the right top, two on the bottom right, one on the left, bottom left, and there is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which you have to take off here. They're really small too, so try not to lose them after you take them out. I keep them in the order that I take them out, but you can do it however you feel more comfortable doing it. Keep a magnet handy. Just take these screws, small screws out. Alright, now you're going to need something to pry it off with. I have a whole bunch of these, different shapes and sizes. Usually get them when you buy a replacement part. The reason you want to use these is if you use this thing, it's metal, stick it under the battery still attached to it, it can make contact with something under there and it'll fry the motherboard. I like starting at the bottom, but you guys can start at the top, the sides. I prefer doing it this way. This black things over here are actually like sticker, like a double-sided tape. And it's actually holding the metal piece to the board, so be careful with that one. This left side here is sorry, this left side here is double-sided tape again under it. So you gotta really get in there. You can use a metal piece for this one since there's nothing really under there. Get in there, see that? The part where you don't want to use the metal pieces up here, because that is stuck to the board, but it also has little resistors and you don't want to touch those, especially not with something metal. So you get under there, in between it, kind of pry it up, between the motherboard and this metal piece here, the metal plate. Pry it up. You can be a little rough with it, it's not going to break the board. When you lift it up, you'll feel that it's still kind of stuck there. It's just a little piece of metallic tape stuck to the camera. You can just take that off. There we go. That's the camera we need to replace there. Alright. So next, the motherboard. It's the replacement piece right there. The motherboard has a few screws on it. It has one up here by the digitizer connection, or I'm sorry, the LCD connection. And it has a few down here, one right here and one right here. It's the ones we need to get rid of. Could do it the lazy way and just take this one out, lift the motherboard and take the camera off and put it back on. I mean, that's the easiest, fastest way to do it, but you also risk damaging the board because you're kind of bending it out a little bit. But it saves a lot of time. You don't have to take the whole thing apart. Oh, it looks like this thing is damaged, so we're probably going to have to do it anyway. It should be okay. So that's what I'm telling you. You can pretty much just lift the board out right there. Pop the camera out. There's a little piece of tape holding it right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's that yellow heat resistant tape. Now you should be able to just pop the camera out. There it is. It's broken. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the glass broke and it scratched the actual lens. Put the camera back on. The new one, new replacement camera. Make sure the camera lines up. I don't think you guys can see that, it's too small, but you're basically lining up these little teeth with the part of the motherboard in there that it goes to. Just clicks in there. There, I felt it click in there, so that's a good connection. Go ahead and wrap the same tape around there. It's still kind of sticky, so you're okay. Make sure the camera lies back the same way it was. And you can push the motherboard back down. Always got to be careful about this cable here. It's a digitizer cable. Pulling it too hard and it will break. Alright. Trying to get this little metal piece back in there. It's going to go under the plastic part. Well, let's put the motherboard back on there. With a screw that holds the motherboard down. Should make it a little easier. Alright, there it goes. It's back on there. I just start putting it back together. Well, first I'm gonna have to take off all this double-sided tape that's already on there, all around the edges, because it's no good anymore. Just have to replace that. See that? It's gonna go all the way around. That's what we were heating up in the beginning to get it loose, and now it's no good to us anymore. Once you get down here, there's more. It's a little bit thicker down here for some reason. Well, I guess it's to hold it down. See that? Sorry, making the camera shake. Alright, once you get all that glue off, double-sided tape, I mean, it's not really glue. Some on here too. This is what was holding this metal plate down over here. Actually, you don't have to take that off. It's still kind of sticky, and there's still some back here. It should hold it. Just hold it down right there. You do want to take off the double-sided tape on here. Because we're going to be replacing it on here. And this one as well. So, sort of helps to have nails, but oh well. There it goes. Alright. I also like to use some alcohol and a Q-tip. Put a little bit on there. Go around where we took off that double-sided tape. Just kind of get the residue off of it. I'm applying the new tape, and I want it to be anything left from the old one on there. Any dirt, dust that gets under there. Doesn't look like it's dirty, but it is. Careful again with that ribbon cable. You don't want to tear it. Otherwise you will have to take the whole thing apart and buy a new LCD and digitizer for it. So again, we're going all the way around. See that? It's all dirt and grime. Alright. Once you got all of it off, I'm gonna go ahead and get this 3M double-sided tape. Can't really see where it's cut, but it's cut to the iPod size, shape and size. Let's see. See, that's what we're going to use there. Now this would go on first if you're replacing the LCD and digitizer. You put this on first. Since we didn't replace it and the cable's still there, we'll just take this off. And we'll just cut it at the top over here so it'll go under the cable, the flex cable. Alright, so, oh, actually, I'm a little bit ahead of myself here. I gotta put this plate back on there. But you can still put it on there, it's not gonna matter. That tape back on there that was holding that. Alright. Gonna get some scissors and cut this. Right where I told you guys at the top. We'll line it up at the bottom here. You can also use a flathead screwdriver, small one. Kind of go around pressing it down a little bit. Make sure that it's aligned with the plastic and it's not on the side or somewhere where the glass digitizer is not going to grab it.